Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast, and it's under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. And yes, he has had a lot of replays just recently. Some of them been quite fun though. Game on! The Arty that was made from the IS-7. Of course, the IS-7 never got built, so, well, only the prototypes. So they never built the Arty. Bit of a pity, really, because it actually does, it is quite effective. Probably one of the best Tier 10 Artys. Many people like it because of fast reload, but it's also very, very strong. So you don't want to ram it in any way because, of course, you're getting a heavy tank hull. Now he's looking downrange and he's found an enemy target straight away, a gorilla who's just rocking backwards and forwards. Oh my god, he got a direct hit, and that was a penetrating shot, low roll. 795. Now these shells are capable of 800 alpha, so to get 795, yep, he had to have low rolled. Gorillas are, of course, one of the prime targets you want to get if you're in a Tier 10 game. The other one, of course, is their Hesh Farm, because both of those tanks actually have very little armor. Well, both teams have lost the single player each. Almost loaded. Going for the Progetto. Changes his mind, but he actually stuns the AMX M451 instead. Such a fast reload on this Arty. Standard reload, 30.68 seconds. He's got 24.85. That AMX is very vulnerable now. And it is a direct hit for 250. And he got, oh my god, he got masses of stun assist there. In fact, it looks like somebody, the contender, I think it may have been, got a double shot into the target and basically took him for 799 hit points with 2 shots. And in fact, they did so at exactly the same time as somebody else. And so it registered almost as 1,000 hit points of damage, slightly more. I guess that player did not expect to go out of the game so quickly. And another double hit there, 762 on the Progetto. Yeah, I think that contender's racking up the damage. And now he's firing into the mass of the enemy tanks. Almost guaranteed a direct hit if the enemy comes within view. Wait for it. Almost. Ramps out. Directly into the Jaegeru for 308, and he stunned the 60 TP at the same time. And another direct hit from the contender with both shots. That went sideways into the Jaegeru. That contender's racking up the damage very, very quickly. And there goes the Jaegeru. And that was the contender again. Right, who's next? The 50 TP looks very tempting. But unfortunately, the shell shoots over the top of him and lands behind him. Only a single shot hit the E50 this time. This flank is actually starting to fall apart. He's focusing on the 60 TP now. but he might hit that FUN2. No, again the shell goes long, and that guy lives again. Now, looking further down the railway line, we can see a 50 TPs just hiding in that corner. But you notice how this Arty dials in so quickly when you change the aim. Now, that E50 is going to pull back any second. In fact, actually, he's going round, but he'll pull back now. That's it. Just time it. You can get the guy just as he pulls back. He's marked the target, and this time round he does get him with splash. Okay, he's now marking the targets, which again is a good way of actually telling your teammates, that's the one I want you to hit. Of course, it means you can specify that's the one you're going to get the stun assist off. Almost ready to go again. Here we go. Rounds out. Direct hit, 302. The 50 TP came up to try and assist his teammates. Didn't work out so well for him though, because the Hedgebomb on our team managed to get the kill shot. Okay, we've got a bit of a slight wobble on the rescue there. That's normally caused because the vehicle has to move in order to change the aim on a target. If it goes just slightly outside the arc, and remember the arc on this is only 5 degrees either side of the center line, that causes the sudden bloom in the rescue. Well, all the enemies have been killed on that side of the map, except for the Progetto 65. So if we can get over to that side and our teammates actually start going through the center, we might be able to take advantage. We can now see that Progetto has been found near the bridge. However, the enemy seems to have done rather well on the peninsula, and they're now coming into near our cap area. The Gorilla is now in the cap, but he won't be there for very long. Okay, we're in a good position here. There's the Gorilla, and the Gorilla gets nuked by our Heshbon, but he did lose a large amount of hit points from one shot just before he died. There's the other one, the Sharp Future 4. He's sitting in that corner. We can get a shot in there. And he does! And that's his kill. 2 kills now to Photobomber. There's only 4 enemies left. In fact, correction, now there's only 3 enemies left. They've still got an Arty, the T92 HMC. As far as we can make out, he's probably round the back there because there's trees knocked down on that area. And there he is. Yes, he is there. Now, he's making a quick move, but we can fire in. He needs to fire a little ahead of time. He got it a little late there. He's so far away. He's right down the other end of the map. That's why you need a little bit of lead to get it to work. Okay, a bit difficult to get shots on the enemy at the moment. Question is, where is their Leopard 1? He's certainly not up our end of the map. There's the T92. He's still trying to run away, but the unit is chasing after him. And the T92's no more, but there is the matter of that Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and the Udas might find him if he goes around the corner, but that might give us a chance to get a shot. He does go around the corner, and he immediately gets wiped out. Now would be the time for the FUN2 to actually go around the corner as well, if he does go around the corner, he'll find out where that Waffenträger is, because the guy doesn't reload that quickly. One of those trees does contain the Waffenträger. I'm not sure that was the right one. I have the feeling it's the other one that's been laid down. And we've capped out to win. So that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker from Photobomber of FUN2 in the Object 261. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate on this one was higher, 4,043. And I suspect that was actually multiplied because of the number of enemy tanks that he was actually hitting and then were being struck by his teammates directly afterwards. Let's have a look at team score. We didn't get the highest damage again. The high scorer was the Waffenträger, who managed 3,843 hit points. Second highest was the Leopard 1 with 3,752, and that guy got the tank sniper. And in third place, we can see it was the Contender. The guy kept pumping those shells in. He got 3,509 hit points of damage, but sadly he didn't survive the battle. We can see that Photobomber got the fourth highest damage in the game, 3,436. So the other last player in the line who managed over 3,000. When it came to kills, though, we can see top scorers were the Udis 16 and the Leopard 1. The Udis was a bit, well, hasty to try and get round the corner and walk straight into a shell from the Waffenträger. It might have been helpful if the FUN2 had actually gone round the corner immediately afterwards, because he would have exposed where that Waffenträger is before the Waffenträger could reload, and that might have given him a chance to get that last kill. But we capped out anyway, so he presumably decided not to go around the corner, because after all, what's the point if you're going to win the game in the next couple of seconds? But we can see that Photobomber was in second place when it came to kills, with 2 kills alongside the Heshbon, and on the enemy team, their FUN2. And when it came to base XP, we can see he's actually fourth, because the Udis managed 1,079, followed by the Contender with 1,044, then the BZ58 2 with 1,011, and finally with 1,006, we have Photobomber. So 4 players managed to get over 1,000 base and excel in this game. He fired 17 rounds, so yeah, he was pumping those shells out as fast as he could. 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 17 splash. Of course, penetrating shot was the one on the enemy Guerrilla 15, right at the start of the game. 3,436 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 80 the enemy, killed 2, and got 2,972 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns. And that was enough for the ace tanker. And we can see they only just got the Confederate by getting 8 and 2. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 18,217 credits. He took away 30 bonds because he got the 5 for being a tier 10 and 25 for a mission achievement, and 8,299 experience points, including mission completion of 6,036. So he's doing exceptionally well in the Object 261. I think actually that's all of the Artys we've seen, except of course the T92. Haven't seen that one yet, or the GWE100. But that is in another video, and that's coming up very shortly. So do stick around and you'll see how well he performs in that one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, and thank you for watching.